with a focus on blockchain technologies is academic ground in applied mathematics and information technology. His research interests are centered on modern computing and artificial intelligence, including parallel computing, blockchain technologies, distributed system, deep learning, and data reliability using cryptographic methods. I just brief about this history of this conference. It has fifth time this conference in Samarkand, a historical, beautiful city in Samarkand. You all know, and it has a history of this conference, a history of in Mexico, in India, in Bangladesh, and also we are planning in future. And our conference here is Professor Kanad Rai from India. So now I give our honorable rector to speak about this conference. Welcome you all and opening this conference, international conference for this Samarkand State University. Thank you all. Professor Rustam Khalmurado, the rector of Samarkand State University.
Aziz hamkasblar, olimlar va ishtirokchilar, tibbiyotda elektronika va axborot tendensiyalari davlat universitetining millat madaniyat va san'at paydo bo'lgan va rivojlangan qadimiy Samarqand shahrida kishi dildan qutlashga ijozat berilgan. Boqiy shaharga xush kelibsizlar. Sizni universitetimizda ko'rib turganimizdan mamnunmiz va universitetimiz bunday nufuzli xalqaro ilmiy forum o'tkaziladigan joylardan albatta faxrlanamiz. Samarqand universitetining tarixi chuqur izlarga ega. Bizning ma'naviy va intellektual kelib chiqishlar 15-asrda buyuk olim va ma'rifatchi Kundor va astronom Mirzo Ulug'bek tomonidan qurilgan mashhur Ulug'bek madrasasiga borib taqaladi. Madrasa o'z davrining noyob akademik markaziga aylangan bo'lib, u yerda nafaqat dinshunoslik, balki matematika, astronomiya, falsafa va tabiiy fanlar ham o'rganilib kelingan. Zamonaviy Samarqand davlat universiteti O'zbekistondagi yetakchi ilmiy markazlardan biri bo'lib hisoblanadi. U institutlar, fakultetlar, kafedralar, ilmiy tadqiqot laboratoriyalari va ilmiy markazlarni o'z ichiga oladi. Universitetda 900 dan ortiq professor o'qituvchilar va tadqiqotchilar, jumladan 100 dan ortiq doktorlar va professorlar ishlaydi. O'nlab bakalavr va magistratura dasturlarida 20 mingdan ortiq talabalar bugungi kunda tahsil olmoqda. Ta'lim jarayonlarida biz muhandislik fanlari va zamonaviy axborot texnologiyalariga alohida e'tibor qaratmoqdamiz. Bu sohalar nafaqat global tendensiyalarni aks ettiradi, balki asosan insoniyat taraqqiyotining kelajagini ham belgilaydi. Bugun biz tez texnologik taraqqiyot davrida yashayapmiz. Sun'iy intellekt davri hayotning barcha sohalarini qamrab olmoqda. Sun'iy intellekt texnologiyalarini qo'llash iqtisodiyotimiz, boshqaruvimiz, tibbiyotimiz, ta'limimiz va qishloq xo'jaligimizni modernizatsiya qilishda ham muhim omil hisoblanadi. Samarqand davlat universiteti allaqachon bu sohada faol ish boshlagan. Iqtisodiyot, yo'l harakat xavfsizligi, tibbiyot, qishloq xo'jaligi, ekologiya va boshqa sohalarda sun'iy intellektdan foydalangan holda loyihalar amalga oshirilmoqda. Aynan shuning uchun ham bugungi konferensiya alohida ahamiyatga ega. Bu dunyoning yetakchi olimlariga eng dolzarb masalalarni muhokama qilish va eng so'nggi tadqiqot natijalaridan almashish imkoniyatini beradiz degan umiddamiz. Biz ishtirokchilar orasida Amerika Qo'shma Shtatlari, Hindiston, Xitoy, Turkiya, Janubiy Koreya va boshqa mamlakatlardan kelgan taniqli tadqiqotchilarni ko'rishdan behad mamnunmiz. Konferensiya geografiyasi fanning o'ziga xos xalqaro ekanligini tasdiqlaydi. İcraatçımız kanun ki, konferensiya ilmiy hamkorlik, tajriba almashish va xalqaro hamkorlikni mustahkamlash uchun noyob platforma yaratadi. Uning natijalari ilm-fan rivojiga hissa qo'shadi va mamlakatimizga amaliy holda foyda keltiradi. Konferensiya ishtirokchilariga sog' salomatlik, ilmiy kashfiyotlar va muvaffaqiyatlar tilayman. Samarqand davlat universiteti Ulug'bek büyük an'analarning vorisi va zamonaviy ilmiy taraqqiyot ramziga xush kelibsiz. Samarqandga xush kelibsiz.
Good morning, everyone. I just need to translate this to our honored guest. On behalf of the multi-thousand team of Samarkand State University, named after Sharaf Rashidov, I cordially welcome you to our land. In ancient Samarkand, a city where science, culture, and art were born and developed for the centuries. We are sincerely glad to see you in our walls and proud that it was our university that became a platform for such a representative international scientific forum. The history of Samarkand University goes back to deep past. Our spiritual and intellectual source is the famous Ulug'bek Madrasa, built in the 15th century by the great scientist and educator, ruler and astronomer Mirza Ulug'bek. The madrasa became a unique scientific center of the time, where not only religious science were studied, but also mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, and natural science. It was there that the foundation of the educational tradition were laid, which has become the most important part of the world heritage, and the continuation of which we see today in our university. Modern Samarkand State University is one of the leading scientific centers of Uzbekistan. It consists of institutes, faculties, departments, research laboratories, and scientific schools, where more than 900 teachers and researchers work, including more than 1,100 doctors of science and professors. Today, we have more than 20,000 students studying in dozens of bachelor's and master's degrees. We are proud that our university combines respect for the tradition with dynamic development and introduction of modern technologies into education and science. We pay special attention to engineering, science, and modern information technologies. These directions not only reflect world trends, but also largely determine the future of human development. Today, we live in an era of rapid development of technology. The era of artificial intelligence covers all spheres of life. The use of AI technologies is one of the key factors in modernization of our economy, management, medicine, education, and the agriculture sector. Samarkand State University is already actively working in that direction. Projects are being implemented using AI in the economy, road safety, medicine, agriculture, ecology, and other areas. That's why today's conference is our particular importance. It gives the world's leading scientists the opportunity to discuss the most pressing problems and exchange the latest research results. We are sincerely glad to see among the participants outstanding researchers from many countries in the world, including from USA, India, China, Turkey, South Korea, and other countries. The geography of the conference confirms that science is international by nature. It knows no boundaries, doesn't obey politicians or dividing lines. Science unites people for the sake of common progress, for the sake of the future of mankind. The TEHI 2025 conference creates a unique platform for scientific interaction, exchange of experience, and strengthening international cooperation. I am sure that its results will serve the development of science and bring practical benefits to our country. I wish everyone good health, inspiration, bright scientific discoveries, and successful work of the conference. Let your stay in Samarkand be not only professionally useful, but also give you a deep impression of the rich history, culture, and hospitality of our city and our people. Welcome to Samarkand again. Welcome to Samarkand State University, here to see the great tradition of Ulug'bek and the symbol of modern scientific progress. Thank you for your attention.
Sunni intellekt keşfedilmeden başlayan önceden bu sunni intellekt matnını bir vaxtında tercüme kıldığı için gerekiyor. Ben xursand bo'lardim bugün sizlar shuni bugün namoyon qilganlaringizda men ishonardim sizlarni ilmli odamlarga kechirasizlarda. Bugun hamma narsalar boshqacha. Sizlar sun'iy intellekt bo'yicha ilmiy anjuman o'tkazasizlar. Tadbirlaringiz eski maqollarga asoslanadi. Kechirasizlar. Birinchi navbatda ilmdagi yutuqlar o'zlaringizni karomatlaringizda dushmanasini topish kerak. Boshqa oldimga ishonmayman. Mana kecha biz juda bir katta mutaxassis olimni fikrini eshitdik. Kavachurni bunda bir falsafiy qarashlar bor. Shu jumladan sun'iy intellektni iste'mol to'g'risida. Buni qilishi sun'iy intellekt falon javob kelib qoladi. Muammolar tug'iladi. O'shalar to'g'risida o'ylash kerak menimcha. Kecha yaxshi mavzu bo'ldi.
I believe, first of all, that all here in the conference participants are researchers. And then, first of all, he said about the translation process because he mentioned that AI can be used in the real-time translation and why you are not using AI in the conference as a translator. So he said, I believe more to AI in terms of translation than the translator. So besides that, recently our rector was participating in the lecture of the Professor Kawalchuk, who mentioned AI in leading the problems, not only the usage of AI in ethics stuff. And he says in this conference we also have to focus on the usage of AI for the beneficial and the ethics fields as well. Thank you.
Mana yangi muloqotdagi ishlarga bunaqasi hech qanday yo'q. Yangi binoda birinchi qilayotgan ishlaringiz ilmiy anjuman o'tkazasizlar. Men juda istardimki, shu binoni oqlaydigan darajada shunga muvofiq davlat qilgan xizmatlarga yarasha O'zbekistonda shu jumladan bu sohani rivojlanishi kerak. Ishlaringizga muvaffaqiyat sifatida gapiryapman, birov menga xafa bo'lmasin kerak.
You are sitting in the new building which we have built recently. And I hope that the first event in this new building is a conference, and I hope this event not be the last one, and then you will be organizing this kind of AI conference in the future as well. Thank you so much. We were waiting for the conference participants, and we are welcoming you again in the Samarkand State University. Thank you.
Again, I am Professor Sajjad from the Organizing Committee, International Conference of Trends in Electronics and Health Informatics. I just want to be brief regarding the conference output. I am very thankful to our reviewers who relentlessly work for a very standard Scopus Index conference outcomes. We have more than 150 papers submitted in this conference. However, we are unable to take 2/3 of the papers. This indicates the high quality of the conference. Only 50 papers we are able to accept, but however, we are thankful to all our paper submissions, researchers who contributed for this conference. For our speaker from especially US and India, Turkey, China, and also my friend Vincent Chang, who was also rector in Bangladesh, top universities in Bangladesh, And I'm very grateful here also Professor Arindam Banik is here, India chair, and all help, especially Professor Kanath Rai, who is the conference chair, and Professor Mahmood Khan. We now give our Professor Vincent Cheng, who is also an MIT graduate and advocate of technologies. Our Professor Vincent Cheng for a small speech. Please.
Rahmat, qisqacha o'zbekchaga tarjima qilamiz. Xo'p, konferensiya tashkilotchilari va o'sha konferensiyaga platformasiga yuklangan barcha maqolalarni taqdim bilan shug'ullangan barcha professorlarga tashakkur bildiramiz. Juda ham katta hajmdagi ishni bajarishdi va o'sha oxirida Scopus bazasida indekslanadigan 50 nafar maqola demak konferensiyaga qabul qilindi. Xo'p, keyingi so'zni MIT bitiruvchisi amerikalik professor Mahmoud Xonga beramiz. Please, Professor Mahmoud Khan, stage is yours. You can.
Vincent Cheng.
Vincent Cheng, okay. Professor Vincent Cheng, sorry. Stage is yours, please. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. When I told my friend I'll be coming to a summer camp, some were very impressed, some were very confused. And one person even asked me, summer camp, isn't that somewhere between Shangri-La and Nani? I'm glad I can see the city for myself. Summer camp is real, it's not a myth. It's older than the Roman Empire, older than the Mongol Empire, and older than the British Empire. For centuries, this was a place the whole world converged. Persian and Arabian, India and China, Europe and the endless steppes. Summer camp was crossroad not of trade, not just of trade, but of idea and inspirations. Imagine at the sunset in its golden age, the dome shine like somebody just downloaded from sky in 4K. Cinema and rose water drift through bazaar. Merchants speak 12 languages. Astronomers map the heaven. And this was the globalization before the globalization, just without the QR code. Poetically, my favorite Persian poem, Omar Khayyam, once studied in summer camp. And he even wrote summer camp into his poem. Today, Omar Khayyam is long gone, but his poetry stays. And today, caravan move not just by camels, but through fiber optic cables and satellites. Summer camp has passed its torch to New York, to Silicon Valley, to any place where imagination continues. So the great question comes back. Why do countries rise and fall? Why does prosperity come and go? Omar Khayyam once wrote, I would give summer camp in Bukhara for a single grain of beauty. As an economist, I said, wait a minute. Even if you want to take this New York or London, you want to give away just for a single grain of beauty. But as a human being, I understand. Not everything that comes can be counted. Today, later on, in my brief speech, I will explore something that can be counted, such as technology, such as today's conference theme, and also something that cannot be counted, such as culture. I think it's appropriate to talk about something about culture in the great city of Samarkand, crossroad of cultures. And I will talk about how culture and technology contribute to both the prosperity. Finally, to our participants, particularly to our participants like me from outside the country, outside the city, I hope you can enjoy the city as much as I do. And I hope you are also happy to be here as much as I am. Thank you. One.
Assalomu alaykum, hurmatli mehmonlar, konferensiya qatnashchilari. Our rector is wishing good luck to every participant and every organizer to the conference. He is being sorry to be in the UNESCO conference. You know, everybody knows that 43th general conference is going on. That's why our rector are going to visit the general conference in UNESCO, and that's why he's being sorry and wishing a good luck to every participant. And he will come back home. Thank you. Vincent Cheng professorimiz, demak, assalomu alaykum. Hamma konferensiya ishtirokchilariga mening do'stim Sarzat Husayn meni taklif qilganda Samarqand haqida ko'p ma'lumotga ega emasdim. Haqiqatan ham bunaqa shahar mavjudmi yo'qmi deb o'yladim va kelib bildimki, bu shahar juda ham qadimiy tarixga, boy madaniyatga ega. Hattoki o'sha Rim imperiyasidan ham boyroq tarix va madaniyatga ega ekanligiga ishonch hosil qildim. Bundan tashqari shu Umar Hayyomning shu o'zini she'rlarida, o'sha asarlarida Samarqandni eslaganini, Samarqand va Buxoroning boy madaniyatini eslaganini ko'rib juda ham hayron qoldim. Hamma konferensiya ishtirokchilariga o'zimni chuqur minnatdorchiligimni va ularga omad tilashimni bildirib qolaman. Tashkilotchilar va hamma qatnashchilarga kattakon rahmat. O'ylaymanki, bu konferensiya Samarqand va nafaqat Samarqand, O'zbekistonning boshqa shaharlarida ham bo'ladi degan umiddaman. Rahmat.
Now, Professor Mahmood Khan, Head of Professor and Department of Health Policy Management, University of Georgia. A brief of Mahmood Khan. He is a professor in the Department of Health Policy and Management at University of Georgia and applied economist by training. His expert lies in health economics, evaluation, disparities in healthcare. He leads many programs in worldwide. So, Professor Mahmood Khan, and we welcome again for this conference. Please.
Assalamu alaikum. Please convey my respect to the rector and the vice rector of the university, and respected dean and chair of the department, and other international and local participants. Welcome to this conference. It's a very nice building, and I was impressed by the infrastructure that the university has developed over the years. As you heard that I'm Mahmood Khan, I'm now heading the Department of Health Policy and Management at the University of Georgia in Athens. Say, even in USA, there is a city called Athens. Actually, there are many cities called Athens in USA, and it's located about 60 miles east of Atlanta. If you are in USA, please, you are welcome to visit our university. As one of the organizers of this very important meeting, I would like to welcome you all to this very important conference. My background, as you heard, is in economics, and we are working on, and few of my colleagues here, we are all working on the economic aspects of healthcare and some health informatics areas. So our relationship with this type of technological development is extremely important. As you know, that healthcare is becoming an important sector of the economy. In USA, 20% of the GDP, about 20% of the GDP is in healthcare. So it's such a big component of the total income of the country. We have to use modern technology to improve efficiency and effectiveness of healthcare services. So before this, I came here a few days ago because before this conference, we had a training program. And in that 4-day training program, we talked about health system development and health system efficiency, effectiveness, and use of health informatics in improving the quality of service provision and improving efficiency of the health system. So you can see that even though you are looking at AI, you are looking at these from the engineering perspective, a lot of these different aspects, they are all interlinked. The subjects are not separate anymore. In the modern world, everything is together. It is everything in multidisciplinary. On a more personal note, I'm originally from Bangladesh. As a student, as a school student, I read a lot about, in our history books, a lot about Samarkand and Bukhara. And I never had the opportunity to come here before. This is the first time I'm here. I'm really amazed by seeing the city, by seeing this beautiful country. I think that you will all enjoy that. And this is a wonderful country. As the Samarkand was the center of learning and teaching in the past, given the development that is going on in this university, Samarkand State University, I'm sure that you are moving towards another level where it will again become the center of learning and teaching. Thank you so much.
Assalomu alaykum barcha ishtirokchilarga, qatnashchilarga. Hammalaringizni TP 2025 konferensiyasiga xush kelibsizlar deb aytamiz. Xo'p, professor Mahmudxon Amerikada o'sha sog'liqni saqlash informatikasi sohasida Vashington universitetida dekan vazifasida faoliyat olib boradilar. Bu kishi aytishlari bo'yicha o'sha fakultet Atlanta shtatidan 60 mayl, ya'ni taxminan 80 kilometr sharqda joylashgan. Hammalaringizni o'sha taklif qilib qolamiz deb aytdilar. Xo'p, bu konferensiya hozir bo'layotgan bino, umuman olganda shaharning infrastrukturasi, boy madaniyati, boy tarixiy obidalarga boyligini ko'rib men juda ham xursand bo'ldim. Chunki Samarqand shahriga birinchi marta kelishim edi. Maktab vaqtida o'sha tarix kitoblarida men Samarqand, Buxoro haqida juda ko'p o'qiganman, lekin hech tashrif buyurishga imkonim bo'lmagan. Xo'p, bu anjuman shu sog'liqni saqlash informatikasi haqida va undagi sun'iy intellektdan foydalanish imkoniyatlari haqida bo'lyapti. Sog'liqni saqlashni muhimligini bir fakt bilan keltirib o'tishim mumkin deyaptilar. Ya'ni 20% Amerikani yalpi ichki mahsuloti sog'liqni saqlashdan, ya'ni sog'liqni saqlash informatikasidan kelar ekan. Ushbu fakt shuni ko'rsatadiki, sog'liqni saqlash qanchalik muhimligi va uni xizmat ko'rsatishni sifatini oshirishda qo'llanilishi juda ham dolzarb mavzu ekanligini ko'rsatadi. Bundan tashqari sog'liqni saqlash sohasi, ya'ni aynan bitta sohani alohida ko'rsatish hozirgi kunda qiyin, chunki sun'iy intellekt sohasi barcha sun'iy intellekt texnologiyalari barcha sohalarga integratsiya qilinmoqda va biz aynan bitta sohani alohida ko'rsatib ololmaymiz. O'sha uchun aynan mana shu sog'liqni saqlash informatikasi demak sun'iy intellektni integratsiya qilingan holatda juda ham ko'p sohalarni o'sha xizmat ko'rsatish misolida aytdik, sifatini oshirishda qo'l keladi deb aytdilar. Xo'p, oxirida demak sizlarni ushbu go'zal Samarqand shahrida mana shu konferensiyada qatnashganlaringizdan juda ham mamnunman. O'ylaymanki, bu demak oldingi o'sha tarixda Samarqand bu ta'lim markazi bo'lgan. O'ylaymanki, bundan keyin ham ushbu konferensiyaga o'xshash anjumanlarni tashkillashtirib, Samarqandni keyinchalik ham o'sha yaqin kelajakda ta'lim markazi bo'lishiga zamin yaratildi deb o'ylayman. Rahmat.
Again, dear audience, especially foreign professors from India. I see a couple of professors from India and also more professors from abroad and also from Turkey. There is the dean also present here, Rahmat Sabas. So welcome, Professor Rahmat Sabas. And now I welcome for a speech Professor Dr. Yusuf Salih from Turkey. He is a professor in healthcare management, provided consultancy for projects funded by World Bank, the European Union, the Organization of Islamic Development Bank, and he is a professor of the University Ecevadin University, Turkey. Please, Professor.
Sorry, I think but I think it's well.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to everyone. First of all, let me say that I cannot say how happy I am to be a part of this conference, because Samarkand and also Uzbekistan is not a country for us, for Turkish people living in Anatolia, because these places are really very important in the history of our Turkish culture. I have never visited before Samarkand and also Uzbekistan. That's why I'm so glad and thank you all for inviting me and to be a part of this conference. As I said, Samarkand and Bukhara are not the places, and also they are really very important for us. These places actually where many scientists and philosophers work to make the whole world to be a peaceful place by spreading their ideas and also their contributions to the whole science world. We brought these ideas from this geography and take these ideas to the Anatolia. There are great scientists in the Turkish culture like Ibn Sina, Ali Kushchi, or some other scientists. So I think I feel a little bit, if it'd be great if I am one of them, just if I give some contribution to this conference. And so I'm going to say something about the theme of this conference. Turkey has really very good experience in health informatics. Many countries look at the experience of the Turkey, especially in health information system. If you want to learn, I can suggest that please look at the experience of Turkey, because at least we have 3 health information systems. We are collecting really very good data from our citizens in terms of financial, in terms of utilization, and also in terms of diseases So I think that it will be good for the Uzbekistan healthcare system. Again, I'm not going to take your time. Thank you so much for inviting me and give me this opportunity to make this speech. Thank you.
Ruhsatlar İslam'da Rusların şuradan tartışmaları başlıyor yani. Hançalik tartışma kirayı, bu yapılan Avustralya Türkiye ne yaptılar? Asosiy mazmunumuz şunlarla ve ruhsat meseleleri tartışması uçtasek var. O damlalarımızda yanlarında fabrikler var. İşte tartışmasını kurulurlar. Bunlar nasıl eksik? Sen vakit ticareti Türkiye çıkan diyorlar. The participants I ask our auditorium for continue without translation. I think all of us understand we organized for our ring for previous speech. If everyone agree, we will continue without translation. Thank you. Rahman.
Professor Yusuf Şerif konferensiyada ishtirok etayotganini juda xursandman deb aytdilar. Bu kishi aynan Samarqand va Buxoroni go'zal tarixi va madaniyatini eslab o'tdilar. Demak, shu bizni tariximiz bor birlashadi, chunki Al-Qushchi Ibn Sino kabi olimlar dunyo tinchligi va rivojiga juda katta hissa qo'shgan va men bu konferensiyada qatnashib o'zimni ozgina kam miqdorda bo'lsa ham o'zimni demak rivojiga, ya'ni hissa qo'shgan bo'laman deb hisoblayman. O'sha Turkiyani sog'liqni saqlash informatikasi sohasidagi tajribasini eslab o'tdilar, chunki bir nechta sog'liqni saqlash tizimlari bizlarda mavjud. Bemalol bizning tajribamizni o'rganishingiz mumkin. O'sha demak bemorlarni datalarni yig'ish, ularni qayta ishlash bo'yicha juda katta ishlar amalga oshirilmoqda deb aytdilar. Xo'p, bundan tashqari o'ylaymanki, bu konferensiya natijasida O'zbekistonni sog'liqni saqlash informatikasi sohasida, O'zbekistonni sog'liqni saqlash tizimlarida demak katta yangi ishlar amalga oshiriladi deb umid qilaman deb aytdim. Rahmat.
Conference is actually for researchers, technologists, especially faculty members or teachers, is you can say, a lifeline to live with students, to live with faculty members and society. This is an amazing field, breathing between many countries without boundaries and serving humankind, living a better life. Our conference is jointly organized by Samarkand State University, named after Sharaf Rashid of Samarkand, Washington University of Science and Technology, Virginia, USA, Washington University of Georgia, Athens, USA, Ahmed University, Jaipur, International Institute of Invincible Rhythm, and also Washington University in St. Louis. So it is hosted by Samarkand State University. Now I request Professor Arindam Banik to deliver his welcome speech. Professor Arindam Banik needs no introduction. He is an India chair and well known to our community here, especially in Samarkand State University, but he is also a reputed economist in this globe. Professor Arindam Banik.
Professor Akhtator Ahmad, current chairman of this session, dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries from home country and from abroad, faculty, participants and students. Good morning. It's a privilege to speak a few minutes inaugural keynote speech on this particular occasion. And I must be happy to note that this is the fifth conference. And this fifth conference is actually dedicated or focused on the most current popular area where then in general there is a skill shortage. Uh, Most of the developed countries, they have the manpower, they have the aging population, not the young population, and they are facing this kind of problem, which is we often call skill shortage is the major problems of a developed. Now, why the organizers here, in my opinion, perhaps decided to Central Asia in particular, they are highly developed in terms of human resource formation. Basic education, higher secondary, they are highly developed. Now, this university, if you see, I joined sometime last year. I found that they are now more focused on the growing areas where people may be involved in job, maybe because they are not standardized for the manufacturing activities. And for example, last year, this university decided some of the courses which are basically prevalent in this context. For example, pharmacy, medicine, honors, undergraduate programs, and this artificial intelligence area. These are more focused area in light of the government of Uzbekistan, thanks to the leadership of the rector and thanks to the leadership of, because I work in the international cooperation office, I must convey my congratulations to Professor Akmal for this particular achievement. Second thing, I must mention that the kind of knowledge you are planning to generate from that, I'm sure the young will find it suitable because the research is not for the, nowadays research is not meant for the standard abstract publications. Policymakers now hunting for what is application, how people will be involved in this process. And I must acknowledge that this university perhaps came forward to understand, realize that situations. I'm sure with the help of all international faculty, local faculty, this conference will be benefited for or in order to grow a standard and highly developed economy in light of the modern technology. With that, I congratulate the organizers led by Professor Chajjad and the faculty members of the IT and artificial intelligence area, organizers, faculty, and wish you good luck for this great success. Thank you very much.
International conference. So next, I welcome Professor Dr. Rahmat Savas, Dean of Calais University, Turkey, to give a small welcome speech. And it's fascinating. We have yet to be parity, gender parity. We do not have more professors from here. In future, we will be having peace, having more professors and female, inshallah. Great.
Good morning, everybody. I'm very pleased to be here today in Samarkand, participating in the meaningful congress organized by Samarkand State University. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the rector of Samarkand State University and everyone involved in organizing this event. Yesterday, despite the cold weather, I visited the Registry Square, where I was deeply moved by seeing how science, history, wisdom, and art coexist in perfect harmony. I knew that this effect would be powerful. As the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Science at Haliç University, Turkey, I would like to emphasize that we are ready to develop academic collaboration with you distinguished scientists through research and education-based projects. I hope this Congress will be faithful, inspiring, and collaborative platform for all of us. Finally, I would like to thank Professor Hussein and Professor Mekretti for their invaluable support during the Congress participation in this process. Thank you. Thank you.
Is now the person who is leading this conference, and also the person I want to mention, Professor Shamim Kaiser, who was unable to reach Samarkand. He applied for visa and many other issues, but he was unable to come. He is the conference secretary. He was working behind. He is from Jahannagar University. And also I want to tell you one thing, that another keynote speaker who missed the flight, who bought his tickets round trip from Samarkand, from Delhi to Samarkand, but he was coming from Japan. He was a scholar in NIMS, Professor Anirban Bandyopadhyay. Yesterday, he missed a flight and he didn't get any flight more to come over. What I'm explaining, that our professors are so kind, and so here all professors are working together for the benefit of research, innovation, current trends, future trends of technologies. I'm thankful to all professors. Now, session chair, conference chair, especially conference chair, Professor Kanath Rai from Amity University. He is a renowned professor in India, and he works relentlessly for this conference. He is the steering committee member of this conference, and he leads 2 conferences yearly. One is TEHI, another is ICCR. Professor Kanath Rai, please.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. Vice Rector, Professor Akami, and all the dignitaries over here. Already you heard about this, this conference is in the 5th year. We started this conference in 2021. And just now we have heard about Professor Bandyopadhyay. We too were instrumental for this conference, to start this conference, because we found that there was a need of a platform for this interdisciplinary research. As we were talking about this interdisciplinary research, so this was, not there few years back, when we could amalgamate all these aspects of the science, technology, and the psychology part, and leading to the health informatics. I am basically from physics and shifted to electronics and communication, then bioinformatics, biocommunication, and then to artificial intelligence to read the mind. And from there on, we thought that some of this kind of a conference is needed. And we started this 2021, and every year we are going to conduct these either in India or abroad. Now, I am very much thankful to the authority here in Samarkand State University to allow us to have this conference over here. And as you were already told, we are running another conference. Just after going from here and going to Malaysia to conduct that conference, we will start in 2012. So maybe we could have that conference here also in future time. So that is TCCE, computational and cognitive engineering, which is very, very close to this field. So what we do, we try to have the amalgamation of artificial intelligence, electronics, and basic science with the theory and the experiment, and also the impact of that to the benefit of the human kind. So something of this psychology and cognitive science also is coming here. So it is a very, very vast field, and there is a lot to do here. And particularly with the advent of this quantum mission, now quantum computing and all this, maybe there will be a need to include these things in this sphere also. So, as you have already told, you are told that Professor Oliver Monavan, Professor Hamid Rai, that we have steering committee. Some of them should not come here. We are missing them. We are thankful to Professor Sadat Hossain, who worked tirelessly. You know, whenever we were doing it online, and all the papers, he told that almost 150 papers. Of that, only 50 papers were selected after rigorous, 2-3 times we were peer reviewing those papers, and 1/3 of them, which Springer has very, very strict, rule of not allowing more than 30% of these papers. So some of the papers, although maybe they are good, we could not accommodate here, and it would be a scopus publication. After this conference, we'll send these papers to Springer. So with this in mind, I am very, very thankful to authorities. This is the first time I'm visiting Samarkand. And also, as Professor Mahmood was telling, I am from India, and we read about this, Samarkand, Baba, and all of them in our history. So I'm fascinated by this, and I would like to, next 2-3 days I will be here. So I will see how much I can. And again, wish you a very, very successful conference, and all these scholars, particularly, you just have your, interactions with all the giants here, and try to get some feeling about this conference and what is there in the upcoming years to come and contribute. Thank you, everybody here.